Hello, my name is Franco Tenelli and this is Science of Singing. Today's lesson is preparation for singing. Natural state of mind, pre-warm-ups, warm-ups, singing in aria. What is natural state of mind? You can watch in my video how to enter a natural state of mind. As for pre-warm-ups, I always tell my students and in my videos that pre-warm-ups are very, very individual, and every serious singer should prepare his own pre-warm-ups according to his own experience. Some singers, especially young ones, are asking for some kind of a magic exercises, a porporalist exercises that could really help them to conquer all the challenges in vocal technique. Of course, there are good exercises and not so good exercises, but what is important in exercises is not the exercise itself, but the way you do it. They're both important, but the way you do it is even more important than the exercise itself. Simply because exercise doesn't do magic itself. You have to have the right approach to it. In pre-warm-ups, we're waking up our resonance. And for chiaroscuro appoggio singer, it's important to wake up a chiaroscuro sound. In pre-warm-ups, you also fool around with your voice, have fun. Have lots of discoveries about your voice. Depending on the mood I'm always using different pre-warm-ups. This particular pre-warm-up, based on the word l'arte, just intuitively came out to me because it seemed to me that this causes a very good resonance response. So you see, pre-warm-ups are very intuitive and right to the moment kind of things. So you can do a couple of pre-warm-ups based on your own fantasy and then move to more formal exercises like that. Ormai. Ormai. And I'd like you to practice warm-ups with the piano or another instrument and a cappella. Both are very important. Don't do it just a cappella and don't do it just with another instrument. You see, I did not cover this high G, the passaggio. This A flat was not covered. Well, I spoke about this so many times, so let me just quote Beniamino Gili. When Beniamino Gili asked how is he covering his voice, he said, "I do not cover, I simply support my voice." I know many of you are brainwashed with this old, incorrect terminology that are confusing you. So let me rephrase. You don't have to cover if you have a good appoggio diaphragmatic support. But you do have to cover if your support is still weak. Otherwise, you will end up singing forcefully, using so-called white sound, which is not good. And covered sound in that case is preferable to the white sound. But superior sound is not covered, open throat appoggio sound. After you open up your basic resonances, you can go to the appoggio articulation exercise, which I propose from Rigoletto's Della mia bella incognita borghese, a tongue twister that Duke sings at the very beginning when he enters his palace.
Della mia bella incognita borghese toccare fin dell'avventura voglio.
Please watch my video how to articulate appoggio style, because if you don't know how to articulate appoggio style, you're definitely missing the point here.
Nella mia bella incognita borghese toccare fin dell'avventura voglio.
Let's put up some tempo.
Nella mia bella incognita borghese toccare fin dell'avventura voglio. Della mia bella incognita borghese toccare fin dell'avventura voglio. Nella mia bella incognita borghese toccare fin dell'avventura voglio. Nella mia bella incognita borghese toccare fin dell'avventura voglio.
The secrets of appoggio articulation lies in the supportive muscles rather than in your jaw and tongue. And of course, it's not just a simple transition. You have to practice that for a while to get it right. The next exercise is based on U sound, which is a perfect throat opener, if you like.
Mai più
Mai più.
Mai più Mai più Mai più Mai più Mai più
Now, since we're approaching the high register, we already sang G. My suggestion is the opposite to the rest of the world. Don't thin it up or don't light it up. Keep the same throat position open. Just learn how to support these notes. It could be challenging because your diaphragm could be still weak to do so, and you will experience quite tension in the stomach area. But that's appoggio.
Mai più
At this stage, I don't sing any higher than A flat. So let's move to the next exercise. With this exercise, I'm going to go up to high C with the U sound. So let's start.
Mo, me, mi, mo, me, mo. Mo, me, mi, mo, me, mo, mi. Mo, me, mi, mo, me, mo. Mo, me, mi, mo, me, mo, mi. Mo, me, mo, mo.
So this is B flat. I have to give you a note. Make sure that your chiaro is not reduced and your scuro is sustained. They're both very important. Many singers and teachers find U sound is difficult to sing top high notes. For me personally, it's the easiest way to get to the top notes. Note that was not a reinforced falsetto, it was fully supported chiaro-scuro sound. Next exercise is based on Enrico Caruso exercise, but it's modified by me. And it's a very, very challenging exercise, also based on circular breathing. So the secret of the breathing here is that I manage to inhale during the short time when I have it. The key secret here is not to let air to be decompressed. It has to be always compressed. If you're tired, please rest before you go to the next. Now singing the top tenor note, high C. So I think I'm warmed up, so I can go to the next stage, looking at the aria I'm going to sing tonight or tomorrow. So let's imagine I'm singing Duke's aria, Ella mi fu rapita, from Verdi's Rigoletto, Act 3. First, I looked at the words, their meaning, and then I get to the vocal articulation. So the aria starts with the words Ella mi fu rapita. So I declamate all these recit words as if I were a drama actor, resonantly. Not Ella mi fu rapita, but Ella mi fu rapita, Ella mi fu rapita. And continue doing this. E quando c'è, nei brevi istanti, prima che il mio presagio interno sull'orma corsa, like singing those a little bit of those notes. So the next step will be obviously singing the whole phrase the way it's written, but wait just a little bit. It starts quite high, so I would suggest to sing it first a little bit lower than it's written. Let's try it one tone lower.
Ella mi fu rapita.
And if you have no problems, then you can go higher.
Ella mi fu rapita.
And eventually go to the right key.
Ella mi fu rapita.
And continuing.
E quando ciel ne brevi stanti.
Making sure that every note is resonant. Not like
Ne brevi stanti, ne brevi stanti, prima che il mio presagio interno.
You know that in real performance, of course, not every note is ideal, and you can not, sometimes you don't support every note you sing, but in preparation you have to be a perfectionist. Going further to the aria, parmi, it's very important that you sing parmi and not purmi, and for that you have to support it.
Parmi vede le lagrime.
And not
Por me.
I know it can be easy for you to do it por me because you cover it. But it sounds really bad in Italian when you say, instead of parmi, you say pur me. Not so beautiful. Appoggio doesn't like that. So we go parmi, but you have to learn how to support this parmi. There is no intention to give you a masterclass on how to sing Parmi vedere le lagrime e la mi fu rapita, but I just want you to know that the most important thing that when you're learning and studying the arias, you have to look at every passage. How can I know my students know every passage or not? Did they work on every single passage? I know it perfectly because when I stop them, they can repeat from that particular passage. Usually, if you learn your aria just through, you're like a student in school, you know, when he stopped in the middle of the verse, he's reciting, he cannot continue from that verse, you have to go back. So your memory is limited by learning the whole piece as a whole. And as a professional, you have to work on every phrase and make it perfectly sound, perfectly appoggio, and a perfect resonance. And when you're there on stage, then you don't have to be a perfectionist. Then you have to leave everything behind because you did everything is necessary for this particular concert. And now you have to relax and let the God decide your fate. Thank you very much. That was Franco Tenelli, Science of Singing.